Sell your XRP. Yes, guys, today we are going to be breaking down why XRP is not only one of the worst projects to hold in your portfolio, but why almost every single ISO 222 token, whether that be Algorand, Stellar Lumens, HBAR, IOTA, or Ripple, are honestly just a waste when you're in a bull run. There are 10x's, 20x's, 30x's, 100x's that all exist outside these ecosystems, and because a lot of people fumble into these bags and get caught being bag holders, they never get to access that opportunity. So what am I talking about? Well, of course, guys, the SEC just came out today and have announced that they're fining Ripple $2 billion in XRP case. Yes, they are not holding back. Now, of course, guys, I know that there is really no precedent for this overall $2 billion, but XRP and Ripple are just the punching bag of the regulatory body known as the SEC. The SEC, Gary Gensler, he is using XRP and this pretty much entire sector as the punching bag for regulation in these markets. So everything that comes into crypto that the feds or the government do not like, well, they almost always are going to certainly start with XRP. And of course, guys, that has affected the price action. As you guys know, in the first bull run, when it first saw its all-time highs of like $125 billion market cap within days, and then obviously fumbled by 99%, it started running up in 2021. However, at this first peak, there was an announcement of a major event. That was the SEC lawsuit. And you can see, guys, we now have it hit all-time highs in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 years of the crypto industry for XRP. So that means if you bought XRP, which I know, guys, the majority of people that buy XRP are probably around the 50 cent to dollar level, right? Now, some people have bought at 17 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, etc. But that would mean that Bitcoin, yes, guys, Bitcoin has outperformed your portfolio by nearly a tenfold, which is just, it's kind of crazy to think. And maybe not a tenfold, but, definitely 300%, which just shouldn't happen, right? Bitcoin is supposed to be the flagship part of your portfolio. This is something that you're expecting to grow for an exceptional amount of time. Whether it hits $1 million down the road or 500,000 or even 200K, you're really looking to see Bitcoin be that flagship holding in your portfolio that kind of generates some sort of store value or sustainability. So in today's episode, guys, I'm going to be giving you guys all the projects I think you should be watching for. As you sell, that's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor, but these are the altcoins that I'm betting on that I believe are going to outperform XRP, not by 400%, but by tenfold, almost at a minimum. So check this out. We have Chainlink's ecosystem that I want to pay attention to. Why? Well, Chainlink I've covered for a very long time with their CCIP, which is essentially allowing it to be a competitor to a lot of the operations that Ripple has and utilizes the XRPL. Well, as it turns out, they have announced their first project, which is the first cross-chain swaps protocol powered by Chainlink. Now, this isn't sponsored. There's no connection to this project whatsoever. I would love to get into it. Please get me into this because this is a bullish project. This is known as XSwap. That is probably going to be the token as well here. And in a rapidly evolving decentralized DeFi landscape, seamless interoperability between diverse blockchain networks has emerged as a critical need. The XSwap takes center stage, promising fluid cross-chain liquidity movement. So this means you could take your Polygon Matic, your base, and you can convert that to your Avalanche or your Arbitrum, your Ethereum, or your any project, BNB, Doge, does not matter. You're going to be able to simply swap through one wallet with your MetaMask or your Coinbase wallet. You'll be able to swap protocols near instantly with almost no fees. This is huge, guys. And the reason why this project in particular is going to be insanely bullish, well, of course, it has first mover advantage. XSwap is proud to be one of the first platforms leveraging Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol. If you can scroll down, check this out, guys. This is what I want to pay attention to. Chainlink Build. XSwap is officially a member of Chainlink Build program. As a part of Build, we aim to accelerate the ecosystem growth and long-term adoption of cross-chain asset swaps. That is massive. Now, while that isn't on the market, don't worry. Smash that like button, stick around, because we've been giving you guys gems on this channel like Velodrome, Aerodrome, which of course are decks of other ecosystems like Optimism, or of course Base, which is probably the most upcoming launch of 2024. However, If you dive further into XSwap's documents here, we will figure out that they compare themselves in the market potential of XSwap. What is the market potential? Well, what is the estimation on where they see XSwap heading? Well, they compare themselves to two projects, specifically Squid and Stargate. And these, obviously, guys, you're going to want to pay attention to instantly. So Stargate here, guys, is a finance tool that is going to allow cross-chain swaps and bridges similar to the CCIP, but between multiple chains. Of course, Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, Metis, BNB, Arbitrum, Optimism, Phantom, right? These are the parts of the industry that are going to benefit the most as more users and more developers enter these markets. Billions of dollars is pouring into these layer 2s, and the protocols that are going to see the most amount of volume and the most amount of adoption, which of course is bullish for price action, are going to be the cross-chain bridges and swaps, the DEXs, right? That is where the money's going to move. From Ethereum to Arbitrum, how does it get there? That middleman makes a ton of money. So Stargate is one of those. They're an omni-chain future. You also have, of course, a part of Optimism is going to be Velodrome, which we've talked about on the live stream for a while now here. It's gone up over 100% since we first called it. But Optimism also just announced that they're spending $3.3 billion in USD in OP tokens to fund developers. So billions of dollars, quite literally, is entering Optimism's ecosystem, and I expect Velodrome to honestly still benefit from that. Now, I'm not looking to enter this at this price point. I would want to see it come down, consolidate, and find a new level of support. It is in price discovery, or about to, right? It might get denied around this 20-cent level, but this 15-cent, this 14-cent range, there's a lot of volume in this range, and this might be where a good accumulation idea could take place. But as of right now, it is up massively. So what are the projects, Josh, that I can get into that haven't moved yet? Well, that's where we move into the next token. And of course, guys, Stargate here, SDG, check out this chart, has barely moved. It had its initial launch in April of 2022. Tons of accumulation this year. And, XSwap, Chainlink's first protocol, is comparing themselves to it. So that is a project you definitely want to pay attention to. I haven't even done a deep dive into this. I just found this article, and when I see something like this, when I see other projects, their documents comparing themselves to other projects that already and protocols that already exist, that gets me insanely bullish. However, there's also another major announcement today that was huge. Fetch.ai, Ocean, and Ajax all surged on token merger news. So tokens for Ajax, Ocean, and Fetch, they're going to disappear. Your Fetch, your Ajax, your Ocean here are all going to essentially go to zero. Why? They're not going to exist anymore. They're not going to zero in the sense that the price is, but the token is all converting. All three tokens, guys, are turning into one, and that is going to be ASI. So Fetch, Ajax, and Ocean, they're all going to move into one token now and be under one umbrella. They're no longer going to be Ajax, Fetch, or Ocean. And of course, guys, I had to do my research, right? I wanted to figure out, all right, if this is going to happen, what is the ecosystem that's going to benefit the most? Well, after I scrolled through and found out that, of course, Fetch, guys, is going to be the system that's converted. So if approved, if this proposal goes through, Fetch AI's token will become Artificial Super Intelligence, or ASI, with a total supply of 2.63 billion. Ajax and, of course, Ocean are going to merge into ASI. That's how this process is going to work. So I went ahead, I did a little bit of a deep dive and found out that Fetch.ai's protocol is built on Cosmos's SDK. They use a smart contract language called CosWasm, which is essentially allowing it to be insanely interoperable and scalable for the future development of all three of these tokens ecosystems. Now, I don't need to bore you with the details, but I'm going to give you the project I think you should really be paying attention to that, of course, is another DEX, and that is going to be Osmosis here. So Osmos is the leading DEX on the Cosmos ecosystem. You can see it's down 73% since its all-time high of roughly a $3.2 billion market cap, and currently sits at just under $1 billion. So this is still a 4x opportunity away from its all-time high. And Osmosis, guys, again, this DEX now has almost every single large-scale AI project, the monopoly, Fetch, Ocean, and Singularity coming together to create the massive monopoly of the AI decentralized sector, which is completely almost hypocritical and ironic, but it is extremely bullish for both all those three projects and is potentially this ecosystem. So this isn't confirmation that they're going to be utilizing Osmosis and there's going to be more integrations for their data places and marketplaces, but we know that this merger may take place, and I would very much expect at least Cosmos ecosystem to benefit from that as well if Fetch is truly built on top of it and, of course, is going to turn into ASI of the Cosmos ecosystem. Now, the last thing that made me extremely bullish, by the way, on, of course, Stargate here, and your other one is going to be called Squid, which I couldn't figure out, but Axelar is a protocol with 100,000 transactions. Stargate Layer 0 protocol has 3 million, so I'd really pay attention to the Stargate project here too. This is a little bit smaller too. This is going to be your gem here at about $150 million market cap. If you zoom out, again, I already showed you guys the accumulation here. There's some upside potential there. But of course, Phantom, check this out. Cross-chain layers, or Axelar, Layer 0 Labs improve the accessibility of assets in Phantom from other blockchains. If you scroll down, they just talk about how bullish they are essentially on Stargate and Squid specifically from Axelar here, which if you scroll all the way to the bottom, here's a Squid, right? So you have offering cross-chain swaps on Phantom using Squid, which is a protocol built on Axelar that leverages existing DEXs on Axelar-connected chains to offer one-click cross-chain swaps. This is a narrative, guys. This is where I would move that money. To sum up the video, right? We are moving away from the ISO trend. You were lied to. Unfortunately, there was never a flip of a switch. I hold XRP. I have XPunks. I don't have that much anymore, but the reality is if you've stayed in those for the last 7 years, you've missed out on so much opportunity. And the biggest thing to take away from this video is just stop being a maximalist. I showed you multiple different ecosystems. We've covered Bitcoin's ecosystem that's emerging. We've covered decentralized science. We've seen 10, 20, 30, 100 X's on this channel, and this is exactly why you want to smash that notification button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around so you stop missing out on all this amazing alpha. But you need to pay attention to where the money is moving. Follow the money, right? That's as simple as this is. And right now the money isn't flooding into XRP's ecosystem. It isn't flooding into even Quant. Quant, I think, could do a 200, 300% gain. This isn't me being bearish on the products. They can definitely see 2, 3, 4X's, but I expect the significant gains. What 99% of people are coming into the crypto market to do, which is essentially make money, get rich, change their lives forever. That's going to be found in the DeFi part of these ecosystems, whether it's on Optimism, Aptos, Cosmos, or any of these other artificial intelligence projects. That's what we want to pay attention to. That's where we want to get into, and that's how we're going to continue to outperform XRP and these ISO tokens.